everybody. Welcome to Wingman's Hangar, episode 91. I am Eric Wingman Peterson.
I'm Rob, Designopotamus Irving.
And you guys are here to find out everything about the making of Descent Underground. We are rebooting a very popular franchise from the 90s. We're reimagining what would happen in the story and how the things go, and you're along for the ride, hopefully. Hopefully you got the game. If you don't, what the hell? Get out there and get the game, man.
I don't know.
Get into mines.
I don't know if you're going to survive the episode. You're wearing a red shirt, man.
Yeah.
It's going to be bad.
It's good. It's just to hide the blood. As we said, this is everything about the making of Descent Underground. We'll show you details of what's going on that week, what we're working on, what's coming up. Specifically, a lot of single-player stuff. So let's see right to. First, we want to thank everybody that has joined us this week, the new backers. And I've got hiccups, so coffee while we show. Roll the new backers, Mike.
Well, welcome, Beckers. I'll fill the space while you do the coffee thing.
Yep, and thank you to the new Undergrounders. Hello and JK Blade. That's pretty cool. Undergrounders are going to be testing the single-player campaign before everybody else.
I get everything in advance. Sneak peeks at all the new stuff.
Yep, they do get sneak peeks and all the gray box maps. Mm-hmm. Also, we got tons more people that have joined us on GOG and Steam and Humble and Amazon, and so all of you guys are welcome to be here. And the most important thing you can do, drag your friends into the mines and shoot them. Bring them along. What do we do this week? Well, Advanced Loader Bot, we're skinning the bot, and I'm rigging it so we can have movement and all that other stuff on it.
He's pretty cool.
It is pretty cool. And Kaji's been busy making now the map kit was just gray box pieces. Now he's making actual rooms for the kit, right?
Where you can snap together.
So we can snap together, make our maps more quickly, and then also allow you guys, when we release this to you, allow you to create maps that are 80% there rather than just 5%, where beautification takes less time for us. And of course, what's the number one thing we're working on every single bloody day?
Single player.
Single player. So
much.
We got the missions outlined. We know how many they're going to be. We've got the story cranked. We know what's going to be in each mission. And we're working on we've got one of the maps done. We're working on mission 1 is what we're focusing on right now. We want to get that one hammered out and get it feeling good. And we'll probably release mission 1, I think. Wasn't that what we're thinking about doing?
I think that's going to end up happening, probably.
Yeah, so that we can show people that they're, because there's a lot of doubters out there, especially on Steam.
Really, we're doing
where
single
the
player.
flack is single player? Well, we are doing it, but it's one of those things that it takes a few months, and so we want to we'll put one out there to show here's where it's going to be and tell the story that way. So that's coming. And, rather than just keep talking about it, let's just show you this week's studio snapshot.
This is a test map with dots lining the edges of the room. This was generated using an algorithm that I developed, and this is basically the rough draft of what will become this map's auto map. Here's an update on my status with the auto map generation. You see, I'm not going for modern art here. This is super duper bugged, so I need to figure out what's going on. So that's fun.
Cool. I love seeing what those guys are up to. The artists, again, are overseas, so it's really nice to see. Sometimes we're seeing some of this stuff. If it's not in Trello or we haven't talked about it in Scrum, we see some of it the first time here, too. Also, AutoMap. AutoMap,
yes.
Or otherwise known as the mini-map, is being worked on. Pixley's made huge progress. It may be in there pretty soon. By the time you're watching this, it may actually be in the game working, not for you, but for our end, on our side.
Fingers crossed.
So that'll be one of those things that goes into the proving grounds for people to test and see if it's working. Now, the auto map's going to have some weapons that we've got in the game are also going to have effects on the auto map to make it more effective. Like the Sentinel Orb will give you a real-time snapshot on the auto map of what's going on in a room you may not be involved in. So there's a lot of cool things for that. It's not just a regular auto map. It's pretty neat. Force fields. We're working on force fields.
Mm-hmm. We need those.
We do. And what are we going to do with force fields?
So many things. But they're all secret because they're single player.
If you got a force field, you got to be able to put them up, take them down, and figure out what you'd be doing with that. We got some fun stuff. And garages, place to put your car. A garage. What's going on with garages?
That's for
It's what's been asked for in survival.
the mechanic for switching ships in single player, which could also make it into survival. So that
Exactly.
you can switch ships there
All
too.
right, all right. So we want that mechanic in, and that's it's not just making the room, but it's also putting the code in place that allows people to get in there and swap it out. Like, you know, you're not gonna be in your drone base per se. You're gonna be somewhere else that allows you to. And then how does that work? Do you have this ship unlocked? Is it available? There's a lot of mechanics that we want to put in for single player. That anyway. So let's take a look at this week's review of the week. All right, well, with the Steam review of the week, let's take a look from Voodoogamer. If you like the original Descent, you're going to love this in VR. I purchased a non-VR version and got the VR version free. Well, yeah, it does. It's just the same version.
All together.
And trying the non-VR version, which is great, I went out and bought a Vive. Wow, so glad I did. This is the immersion I wanted in my original Descent travels. Incredibly true to the original. I get nervous and excited hopping into my ship. Love the AI, have yet to play against others. I play with my Razer Orb and a normal wired mouse, trying to keep my original setup from back in the day. I wish it was done already. Well, so do we. But glad you like it. And it really is an incredible experience in
Razer
VR.
Orb. Wow.
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah. Well, that's good. That's cool. So it's really fun. And anyway, that's this week's Steam review of the week. Cool. And guess what time it is?
It's time for.
It's time for forum feedback.
Welcome to Forum Feedback. Thank you for sending in your questions. Hi, everybody.
Hola!
Hello.
Yo.
¿Cómo está?
Our first question from Raptor, one of our undergrounders, is when a bot runs into a proximity mine, does it learn my current position regardless of where I am in the map? I guess he noticed that he had left some bots somewhere else in survival, and then he saw the flash from the mines, and then shortly thereafter they were chasing him. So,
So
Possible.
the answer is yes. So the original implementation was that, you know, if the intention was if you were to shoot a bot and it takes damage, it would like say like, oh, someone shot me, and turns around and starts shooting at
Knows who you are.
That needs work, obviously.
Yeah, there's a random little edge case that we didn't think about it back in the day. I guess.
You know what, though? That's kind of a cool deal. You could actually use those as a way to, well, no, it knows where you are. Never mind.
Mhm.
That's not ideal. That means laser grids, turrets, all those things will tell them where you are.
Cool.
Yeah, super psychic bots. Now, actually, that would be an interesting thing if we took that out, but maybe there's a special kind of bot that does do that. That's like a brain bot.
A sentinel
knows
bot.
where you are based on your mines? No.
Yeah, we'll have to get that. We'll work on that.
That's obviously a bug, but hey, good job finding it.
Yeah, thank you, Raptor. Right. Next question from Master Blaster on Steam. Is it just me, or do the other players and bots seem really small compared to me?
Yes, you're one
It's just
big
you.
drone. It's just you.
That's the master. That's the master explain. We that's the edge case for master button. No, everybody's the same size.
Yeah. If
FOV.
yeah, if your sense of scale is based upon the original Descent games, then you'll want to turn down your FOV. The default is 90 degrees, and that's higher than what it was back then.
Yeah, it's like 75 or something in the originals, I think.
Something along those lines, yeah.
Yeah, very,
Yeah.
very, very small.
So you want it to feel just like the originals, really lower your FOV,
Yeah.
field of vision, and we have that control schematic and availability to change in the controls.
Yep, in the graphics options menu.
Cool.
There we go.
All right. And next question from DEFCON X and Undergrounder. Is there any time to extend play with the devs on Fridays, maybe after a lunch break?
like more. We've talked about this. We do need to do it. We were going to do it Friday night. I was going to stream Friday night, but I believe we had an emergency release, right, Tyler?
Oh yeah, that was fun.
All of a sudden, we realized the Mac build didn't complete its data build, so we had to release a newer version. So you guys got even more stuff. So
Well,
yeah,
in that case, the Mac, they got some stuff.
yeah. The Mac at least you can play now.
Yes.
We don't have a Mac.
by the way, one that we can test with for obvious reasons.
Yeah, no, I have a Mac. It just won't run.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah. My
you need a
MacBook
new-
will
you need
not
a-
run the game.
Yeah, no doubt. So, yes, we do want to extend our playtime. Let's talk about. I think we need to get it to where the U.S. we can play in the evenings because the U.S. has had tough trouble playing at 11 o'clock. Although that's really good for Germany and England and everything. So, yeah, I think we can stream more. We just need to commit to doing it, and I certainly could do it. I know some of the other guys. It's a matter of making the game versus streaming the game. When we're playing it, which we do enjoy, we're not actually moving it forward.
Yeah.
So, but we can do more. We
Well,
certainly
I think,
can.
Well, I think DEF CON was the one organizing the play group, and
He is.
so maybe
We should
try
drop
to-
in.
Yeah, drop in on those and maybe stream it.
Hmm. Well, and we can stream at two places now. We can also stream on Facebook as well as Twitch, which is an interesting thing we're playing with these days.
Facebook Live.
Yeah, I know. Facebook's a cesspool, but
Especially these days.
Oh, I know. It's hard.
Although I did see a very funny thing. It was an update for another game, and it looked like Power Rangers with dinosaurs, and I was very confused.
A game?
Yeah. Well, it turns out it was Ark Survival. I guess their newest update has added high tech. So they had these like brightly colored flying power armors with people riding.
Rob, remember Techno Store, Rob?
Yes, I do.
that
was Harvey's game, wasn't it?
Yeah, Harvey and Darren
Harvey
LeBlanc and
Yeah.
well, I think Warren. It was under Warren's umbrella.
Yeah, I
Warren
think it was
Spector?
Warren's group. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh wow!
Harvey Smith's game. Yeah, they were doing an RTS called Technosaur, which was, dinosaurs with lasers on their heads.
Well, this has dinosaurs with lasers on
It's
there.
kind of a no-brainer. It's like, of course we want dinosaurs with lasers. Why wouldn't we want dinosaurs with lasers?
I'm pretty sorry, but Ark Survival is Dino Riders from the 80s. You know that one? Like
Oh,
Mask?
Yeah.
yeah.
That was some
cartoon, yeah.
television show. Yeah. Really loved that.
The Land of the Lost. Maybe we'll get some Sleestack in there.
We are so far off course.
All right.
Back on. Sorry. Next question from Locutus of Board on Steam.
Nice.
Ooh, look who to support.
Yeah. Will I be able to customize my character?
Well, consider right now that the character is the ship. We haven't done avatars or characters in the game yet, and we don't have plans for it in phase 1. Remember, we're a small dev team with a very micro budget, so avatars would have been very expensive for us to do. So we've chosen to do avatars later, assuming the game is successful. We want to. We have avatars planned. We have housing planned with harvesters and things of that nature, but we frankly can't afford to do avatars in this right now.
But
We'll have to use this. Ships are your avatar. You'll be able to customize that.
We're going to let you customize those.
Yes, but we do. Look, we really want to make avatars. We just really can't afford to right now. So it's just the way it goes.
So if any of you, win the lottery,
Yeah, yeah, or a publisher wants to come in and give us a bucket of money or something, then we would consider it.
All right. You okay there, Kaji?
Yes.
Oh, okay. You just had a funny expression for a second. Okay.
His brain started working.
Ah, come on.
It kicked in.
Yeah, that can't possibly be it.
There we go. That's what mine sounded like this morning.
At 66 megahertz.
My brain's on dial-up. Sorry.
1.21 gigawatts.
Wow, 66 megahertz. That has been a long time. Okay.
Oh, quaint.
Okay.
All right. From Raptor, one of our undergrounders. Did the higher level AI bots know not to run into laser grids?
So the answer to that is no. In fact, the AI currently doesn't even know that laser grids exist.
And that's also on purpose.
Initially, it was they would avoid them because they treated them as blockers, so they would never go through them.
Right.
We chose that the better way to handle that was to go ahead and let them ignore laser grids because we wanted you to be able to use your gadgets on bots. So yeah, right now they just basically pretend they're not there.
And that came up in the training mission, as I recall, that we
Hmm.
part of the training mission was use your laser grid on the spot, and then it wouldn't actually go through the grid.
No,
Well, that was a matter
better.
of engagement distances.
Yeah, his engage distance was too far from you, which is fixable, but the tunnel's no longer, so you can get the grid placed properly, or you can just shoot the guy. It doesn't matter.
Game doesn't actually check.
Don't tell. Don't tell anyone. Okay.
Well, we took it out anyway. We're redoing it, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, that's
There
true.
is that. Eric's gonna fix the training mission.
Yeah.
Okay. So question from Urungus or Urung
Urungus, mate. Urungus.
on
It's not my
Steam.
Ungus, it's Urungus.
On Steam. Does anyone have a working SciTech X52 throttle config for forward and reverse?
Ooh. I know we don't have any internally.
Yeah, we're not
Yes.
using any throttles on most of our machines anyway, so
Mm-mm.
Well, and there's also
Pixley is.
No. I've got an X3D Pro. No separate throttle or anything.
the well, what was there the access thing? The access is a like 0 to minus 100, 0 to positive 100, if I recall correctly.
Yeah. That's how it registers. We've actually gotten some complaints. So like some people want like a pure throttle access where full back is 0 and full forward is 100%. Haven't done that yet, but yeah. But anyway, so yeah, but it does go from -1 to +1, as it were.
So you can configure it that way.
Yes.
What they're asking. Here's the thing that we've gotten as some feedback from other users, though. If you look at this and we crank the resistance way down, the amount of time that it actually just physically takes to move the throttle back and forth, a lot of the experienced players are saying that that's actually too much time because the game is so quick. And they've actually preferred to use the hat or some of these other little button pieces. So you can certainly configure it the way that you're asking, but we are still getting a lot of feedback from people, and we don't have a preset config yet.
Yeah, we kind of want the audience to figure out what's the best setting and then help share. That's kind of the point, right? If you have a good setting that you figured out yourself, post it on the forums. Let people know about it.
All right. And so next question from Rex2183. I got the Augur Goliath set on Kickstarter. Will my ships work with the campaign?
We talked about that last week.
Mm-hmm.
Rob, what do you think? Will they work?
The goal was to allow you to unlock the ships you pre-purchased at the beginning of the campaign and use them all the way through. As
Optionally,
opposed to
you're not
having
forced
earn
to.
them. Yeah, we're
Yeah, you're
not forcing you to, so that you can earn them if you want. We're still working on that. So, I mean, that is the long-term goal. We have to see, how we can get that working and how fast we can get it working.
That's the plan. That anything you've got, you'll get at the beginning of the campaign that you've already paid for on Kickstarter. We don't want to forget, you get people who got us to be, got us here. So yes, you'll have access to them. I mean, essentially, you're going to be unlocking some ships as part of the campaign, and we have to figure out basically how to handle that. If you've already got it unlocked, we've talked about maybe you get an upgraded version or something. So we're still working on it, but yeah, that's essentially how it's going.
And the missions are designed with things that you can go back and find as you unlock ships. So if you happen to have ships unlocked early, you might be able to fly with different ships and find cooler stuff.
Right, and we've also got some stuff in there that you may not be able to complete the first time through that you might have to unlock a ship later and go back and play that mission again to get that special something hidden away.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, get that 100% complete kind of thing.
Yep.
All right. Cool. And our last question from Harbinger 2000 on GOG.
Gog.
Does the Rive,
Rive,
the Rive, yes, does the Rive, the Vift, Yeah.
And the Vossler.
I've also
The Rift, Vive, and OS VR support
Aha.
also work on the GOG version.
Why, yes, it does. In fact, if you run the game through Galaxy, which of course we recommend because it gives you authentication to play online multiplayer, next to the play button, there's a more drop-down button, and then at the bottom of the menu that it pulls up is an other menu selection, and when you mouse over that, that gives you the 3 options to launch in 3 different VR modes. If you're running outside of Galaxy, so if you just downloaded your GOG copy separately, there are some command line options you have to be put in, and that's something you should visit our forums for, or you can send me a personal message on the forums or something, because those are a little lengthy to explain here.
All right, that's cool. Forum feedback was fun, but we were wearing different shirts.
Yeah, it must not have been filmed today.
Must have been filmed today.
Actually, I kind of looked like I was suffering from allergies during that whole thing.
You always look like you're suffering from allergies. Yeah, in fact, it's this time of year though. It's in case you guys have never been to Austin, Texas. It's cedar fever is rampant through February, right?
Yeah, through about middle of February.
People, my wife, there's people that really suffer from that stuff, and it is not fun. You know, it's like trying to breathe through a wad of wet T-shirts. We've all done that,
Sort of
right?
like that.
Isn't that it? And we all breathe through
Actually, I
wet
guess
T-shirts?
it is kind of like that now that you mention it. Weird, but
Yeah, okay, well, anyway. Now it's time for this week's Most Valuable Post.
Welcome to Most Valuable Post, where we recognize a member of our community who's made a positive contribution to Descent Underground and Descendent Studios. This week, we honor somebody who made a video helping people work through some computer problems on Conquest Frontier Wars, which is a game that some of our people worked on and that Descendent Studios is now helping to distribute. So congratulations, Escodrion. You made this week's Most Valuable Post.
Thanks, Escodrion. He's been around for a while. He's doing the Conquest videos. Thank you. Again, we launched Conquest on Steam. It's only like $5. Get out there. We got a bundle up, right, Keith?
Yes, sir.
So you can buy, I think, both Descent Underground and Conquest Frontier Wars, both of them 35% off in the bundle for like $24 or $23. So if you want to help out the crew, because we use that money to help dev, go out and buy those games, get the bundle, get both games. And Conquest is a really, really fun game. I think you'll like it. And thanks. Oh, by the way, if you are one of those people that makes videos or want to make videos, let us know. We'll feature you on the show. Like, here are the people right now, the agents of the underground that are streaming our show. Check them out on Twitch. Give them your love. Go there, follow them, subscribe, be part of their audience, and help spread the word. Help answer questions about Descent for people, because this is an all-new experience for most people out in the world, especially the younger generation. They're like, oh my God, where'd that come from?
6 degrees of what?
Well, how do you what? And they all enjoy it, but some people need help training and how you're going to do it, because we took the training mission out because we got to rework that thing, and we're going to break it into smaller bits of training so it's easier to learn for folks. I mean,
Plus, the more we get out there, the more we can spread the word. You know, it's
Yep.
it's just somebody might stumble across us that never even knew we were out there.
Oh, they do every day. Somebody comes by and goes, oh my God, I just found you. And we're like, cool. Check out not only ours, but check out like other Sixth Off games. You want to check out like Overload's coming. What's Sublevel Zero's out there. Geocore. And I think our buddies that were making, what's the one that was being made before Descent? Now they renamed Soul Contingency. Yep. So we want to bring the genre back. All these people are out there, working in many cases for free, and a lot of cases for very little. But you want to support them because we're really resurrecting a genre from nothing. So help us, get out there, spread the word about our product first. And if you want to talk about the others, that's okay. That's okay too. But the biggest thing is help us spread the word.
First, talk about Descent Underground.
Yeah.
Then
Talk about how we're so much better.
Right.
No,
yes.
don't talk about that.
No,
Just
that's
get out
now.
there and
We're not starting a war here.
we're all
lift them all.
a rising tide lifts all boats. So we're working on this week. We got more bots. Lots more bots we're doing. We're doing more puzzles, or we're working on the bots essentially.
And puzzles for single player.
And single player.
And single player,
Have we mentioned single player?
And single player.
And single player.
Don't forget single player.
No, we gotta have single player. Thanks to our underground members. You're helping us test this game. You're actively involved in
Hugely important.
balancing. I mean, we've got the balance pretty tight right now. It's close to where we want it to be. There's a few other things to go. Still, we need to tweak a few things, but it gets better and better every time we have playtests and players and get together. Well, speaking of playtests, we'll be coming up right after the show. Play with the devs. We're playing
Kick
the
our butts.
game. Kick their butt. They've been kicking our butts.
My butts have been kicked repeatedly.
Yeah.
All of them.
Subscribe to
All
our
one.
YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, Facebook. Come find where we are. Tell your friends. Bring them over. Force them to sign. Hack into their account. Sign them up anyway. Just get in there, man. Have some fun. Apparently that's okay today. Just hacking is allowed these days. Just hack in there, grab everybody, throw them in our pool. That's cool. Submit your forum feedback questions. It'd be great if they were all on our forums, but if they're not, put them on Steam, put them on GOG. Keith will hunt them down.
He'll hunt them down. He's like
very
a
good.
bloodhound.
Yeah, he is a bloodhound.
We need your feedback, though. It's
We
important.
do. We do need your feedback. What do you like? What do you dislike? What can we do better? The game only gets better with your input.
How much more attractive I am than, say, Wingman. You know, that kind of stuff.
Yeah. Be sure to put that in forum feedback. We'll have some fun with that.
And join the Pixley fan club.
Yeah. Rob, it's been nice working with you.
See ya!
Where are we going to see him? Underground.